Prologue. There was a world of controversy regarding the events of 2020. It was a year that none of us will ever forget, that much is sure. Was the virus man-made and unleashed on an unsuspecting population by people with nefarious intentions? Was it nothing more than a freak of nature? Maybe it was Mother Nature flexing her muscles to show humans what she was capable of. Or worse, as terrible as things were, could it have only been a near miss? I'll come back to that last one in a minute. The pundits taking to the airwaves and social media 24 hours a day weren't any help, to be honest. Wear your mask, wash your hands, stay home. That was just one side of the rhetoric. The other side was telling you to live your best life, go to the party, enjoy the concert. The virus was nothing worse than the common cold or maybe the flu. What was certain was that nobody could agree on anything, and by the end of the year, I don't think anyone was even listening anymore. We allowed 2020 to slip quietly behind the veil, hoping that 2021 would be better. In some ways it was. In other ways, not so much. We did manage to skate through without the feared resurgence of the virus, though. That had to count for something, right? As we closed out 2022 without any major incidents or breakouts, many of us thought the virus had been handled. We finally put it all behind us, and 23 was looking pretty good. At least it was, until seemingly overnight it wasn't. Alarm bells started going off the first week of July. Unfortunately, nobody was listening. We'd been so oversaturated by the media, all of us figured it was a giant nothing burger, more fear-mongering. What was worse was that nobody wanted to be the first to say this might be something far worse than what we dealt with in 2020. By mid-2023, those that didn't know better were trying to quietly sweep everything under the rug. After all, who wanted to be responsible for destroying the world's economy for a second time? Those that did know better and weren't above putting their careers on the line tried shouting from the rooftops. Still, nobody was listening to their wails. In the weeks that made up the month of July, there had been a massive surge in the reported flu cases. That much was true. It was also true to say that this flu variant had a much lower mortality rate than previous flu strains. What was seemingly lost on the average citizen of the world was that it wasn't flu season. While no one was paying attention or showing any real concern, things took a drastic and deadly turn in early August. 10 days into the month, and mankind was thrust into the middle of an existential crisis the likes of which had never been seen before. There was no turning back, and there was no avoiding it. You have been listening to an audiobook excerpt from Feral Outbreak, Book 1 of the Feral series by Sean Liscom, published by Creative Texts Publishers, LLC, all rights reserved. Visit our Creative Texts website at www.creativetexts.com to check out all of the other great authors and titles available from the Creative Texts catalog.